Issue number 9 of the Mighty Morphin comic by Boom Studios begins over 10,000 years ago at Bandora Palace. The abbot has met with Zartus in secret. Zartus says they need to put a protective spell upon the Zeo Crystal so Dark Spectre and the other evil beings out there can't get to it. The abbot casts the spell, and that seems to be it. At the end of Power Rangers issue number 8, it was revealed that Zartus is the big bad guy. So just what was he up to when he asked the abbot to put a seal on the Zeo Crystal? And why did he look like such a menace at the end? What was he plotting back then? In the present, everyone knows Matt is the Green Ranger now. He excuses himself from Miss Appleby's class for ranger duties, so Miss Appleby lets him go. Adam thinks that's unfair, which was funny to see. If only he was allowed to reveal himself as a Power Ranger, he could have left class early too. Candace's disappearance is still bugging Skull. Bulk and Brady were clashing because of their documentaries of their experience in living under Zed's energy shield. Skull diffused the situation by telling Brady he just wants to see if there are any clues to Candace's whereabouts in any of the footage that Brady shot. Skull is told to meet Brady after school alone to check out the footage. Candace, in her Eltarian form Zelia, is refusing to eat in her cell. Zelia tries to convince Squat into releasing her and ends up performing a mind trick on him. Eltarians are able to read minds, and Zelia gets into Squat, which scares him into running away and spilling the food everywhere. If Eltarians can read minds, can Zordon and Zartus do the same then? Back at Angel Grove, the Rangers teleport to the dog park where Matt is already on the scene, as Promethea picked up signs of chaos particles. Billy's scanner finds the source, and the Chaos Putty reveals its true form, knocking Billy to the ground. Tommy and Matt leap into action, but as they do, it becomes a war of words between the two. Tommy doesn't want Matt around, but Matt wants to help. Tommy is just so annoying in this. He was the extra ranger as well at one point. Anyway, in the end, because of their arguing, it's up to the main Power Rangers to use the Power Blaster on the putty to end the battle. This just goes to show that once again Tommy is failing as a leader, as he's letting his personal feelings get in the way again. The Rangers teleport back to the command center without Billy. Matt asks Billy if it's because Zordon is angry at Matt. Billy says no, it's because of him. And we see how big of a problem it is because at the command center, Zordon tells the other Rangers what happened, and says that Billy's access to command center and other vital areas have been restricted. He will keep the Blue Ranger powers for now, until a replacement Blue Ranger is found. So, Zordon is acting really strict here, but then Zartus teleports into the command center and everything changes. There's a bit of banter between Zartus and Zordon, so his personality completely changed. Rocky says he didn't know they could talk to Zordon like that, but Aisha says they can't, so it seems kind of unfair. If Zordon was a military commander or something, I'd understand, but he isn't. Zartus makes fun of Zordon in front of the Rangers, but then gets to the point of his presence there. He wants to rescue Zelia and to have an alliance formed between Earth and Eltar. Back to the moon, and now we see Lord Zed speaking with Zelia. Lord Zed surprises Zelia by summoning her weapon and pinning Zelia against the wall. Zed tells her that he learned to do this because he's been killing Eltarians for centuries, and may know more about Eltar than she does. Zed tells Zelia that Eltarians are actually conquerors. Zelia sits back down and says Zed can go ahead and torture her, for she will not betray Eltar. Zed tells her he doesn't want to torture her. She's free to go afterwards. Zed just wants to tell a story from a very long time ago. So this was a quieter issue where not much went on, and the action was very weak, and basically ended in just 2 pages. All I have to say is that once again Tommy is just really annoying. If we go right back to the beginning of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic, Tommy was not trusted by the main 5 Rangers. So I can understand why Tommy doesn't trust Matt, but Tommy has been in that situation and proved he was an ally, so why can't he give Matt that opportunity? Now that we know Zartus is evil, I want to know what he was plotting when he asked the abbot to protect the Zeo Crystal with a spell, and what is he going to do now that he's spoken with the Power Rangers? And what's Zed's story? Did the Eltarians really conquer other worlds, and was Zartus behind it all?